What is up? We are back. I am so excited to be chatting with you guys here. I'm so excited to be on the live stream because I've done a lot of thinking in the past. I don't know, it's probably been about 2 weeks. I've done a lot of thinking about it, about everything that we're kind of doing here. The live stream, the businesses and stuff like that. It's been an interesting couple of weeks here. I'm excited to share it. I'm excited to talk about a lot of it. We got a lot of things to go through, so we're going to just jump right in. There's a lot of really good nuggets packed into all the things that I've done in these past weeks. And like I said, I'm excited to share all that. Try to drop some links and stuff like that always in the chat here, so you can kind of go over this. If you're new here, my name is Mark Joe Szymanski. We kind of just talk, chat, chill out, talk about the things that I have going on. If anybody ever has any questions or comments or anything like that about what I'm doing, or if something that you're trying to do is similar or you're just interested in the shit, always happy to answer any questions, help out in any way that I can. That's a big part of what I like to do. So without further ado, though, I do really want to get into this because, like I said, there's a lot of cool things. And I can't wait to get to some of the stuff that's later because, honestly, the way that this works is this was Thursday, probably 2 Thursdays ago. And I just been busy. So let's dive right on into it and kind of get started here as far as what we kind of did. So way back when we published AM and the PM. So like I said, I'll normally drop some links in here, just kind of give everybody the tour. If you've seen it before, sorry, but you're going to see it again. So amandthepmpodcast.com. You can go check that out. Podcast that myself and my girlfriend Amanda do every Thursday. We publish one of those. So we did that. Client site work. So a lot of stuff has been going on, just kind of to document, in my head as far as the things that we're working on with FindIT Tech over here. So we have obviously some clients that we are building websites for. We've got some current ones that are that we're building out, and we're developing a couple things. It's just me. I just build the websites myself. I'm happy with the way that it's going to a certain degree, but I am pivoting this business, and I'd like to really start taking more initiative into the way that I do it regarding strategy. So the one thing that I've done to this point is I haven't really prioritized and tried to find an ideal client, and I haven't tried to make sure that I think I've been screwing myself out of some money because I'm doing what I would call incredible work for a low cost. So that is not going to cut it anymore. We've got more bills to pay because Amanda and I are trying to move out of our respective parents' houses. We're either going to rent or buy or something, which is also a bunch of updates there in these past couple of weeks, but something's going to happen. So we need to make sure that we are doing things that will put us in a good position. Specifically in these businesses, they need to start generating a lot more revenue, and I'm ready for that. So point of this is that we're going to try to target bigger brands, not necessarily bigger brands, but people that are committed. They understand and educate people on websites and stuff like that, because I think that's a big thing. One of the things that I've realized, without a doubt, over the past, I guess I would call it 2 weeks, maybe longer. One of the biggest things that I've realized is that probably my biggest asset right now as a person is I've learned a lot of things in finance, business, web development, whatever, and I do like building websites for clients and things like that, and helping people set up businesses and all that. But I think my biggest thing, trying to start a clothing brand and everything like that, all these little, what I would call them traditional or one-to-one or consumer things. I think a big thing that what I would say that I'm good at is educating people on the things that I know. I think I'm pretty patient generally when I'm trying to teach people stuff. And I don't necessarily mean one-on-one. I just mean that I personally feel that when I really understand a topic, I can get it across pretty well. And I think that that's a huge asset. And I think that's something that can definitely make me, generate some revenue through it. So what I kind of want to do with FindIT Tech specifically is pull back a little bit on the direct service, do bigger projects that, involve time, but also more money. But are also going to be better for me because I just enjoy doing more things that are like ultimately going to have a bigger impact on the brands that I work with. But also, I would really like to start diving in a little bit more into this Learn tab, for instance, on the website here with FindIT Tech. We have some things here that, just plugins and different things that I've used, and I have made my life a lot easier through the digital space and technology space. And there's a lot more. And there's a lot more different things because I've probably taught 5 to 10 people how to build WordPress websites. Not like every single piece of it, but I enjoy doing that too. So I just like being an educator, I think, and I'm not going to become a teacher because that's fucking stupid. But I just enjoy that piece of it. And really, there's no barriers to entry other than I just need to actually utilize this camera and this microphone to make content that's not live. And I need to edit it real quick and put it on YouTube. I think that's kind of the long and the short of it. So that is just one thing. That's a little rant there as far as like FindIT Tech and the client site work and stuff like that. That's kind of where I'm headed. I'm excited about that. It just needs to happen. And I need to continue to push in that direction with that. Also way back here, we had some like network bullshit. I don't even know if that's resolved. Verizon's a little wonky. We got the new router. Trying to take care of that. I don't really have any issues, but other people in the house have, so hopefully that's all good. I went to the dermatologist. That's funny because I have such a bad memory that's so distant in the past at this point. So I go to the dermatologist, and is music even playing anymore? I went to the dermatologist, and yeah, I think it is. I don't know if that was louder there, but I go to the dermatologist, new dermatologist, haven't been to a skin doctor in a long time. And I'm literally in there for 2 minutes. And he just looks at checks the moles and stuff like that. I told him that I've had psoriasis in the past. I don't really have it anymore. I told him that occasionally I'll have a couple flakes, almost like psoriasis on my scalp. Dude literally just said basically nothing and just said, "Oh yeah, you're totally good," and just took me out, sent me out of there, $45 copay, you're done. That was kind of funny because I don't think there's anything wrong, but my skin is definitely not perfect. So I told him about, a couple things, when I play hockey and stuff. He says these things are calluses on my hands. I don't think they're calluses. It was just funny. I don't have any major skin problems, but I wanted to go just because I thought it was a good time to kind of get that done. It was just very funny. So took care of that. And then I set up a tablet for my dad. So I had a old tablet that I don't use it. I literally used it probably 5 times. He'll definitely get a lot more use out of it than I will. So kind of just set up that Android tablet there, promoted AM and the PM. I was making this network list device because I think it'd be really cool to actually know what is on your network and manage the thing. So I made that here, and I'm probably going to have to make that when Amanda and I get our own place. I think that'd be cool to kind of manage that a little bit more. I'm very interested in that. I hate networking kind of on the whole when it comes to that type of thing, just because it's so goddamn complex, or it can get complex. But I like to just kind of have things in order in a sense. So that's something that I try to do there. Talk to Verizon on the phone. That's always a pleasure. I think it was really more Jesse, doing that. I can't really remember, but talk to them. And just internet, networking, phones. We got kind of different plans, basically the same thing. But yeah, we just did all that. Played some basketball. I like to try to get out there. I've been doing that relatively frequently. And then I watched Motocrossed. That's Disney Plus. You should watch that. It's a fun movie. It's a classic. All right, what else do we do here? So Friday, made a sign for a raise, and then we did a FindIT Tech direction video. So I think that's kind of what I just summed it up in that earlier monologue there, where I was talking about where I want to go with it, because it's just fucking draining. I'll reiterate it. It's just fucking draining to do like smaller projects and just put in all this time and effort to set up a site, which that's not hard, but it's still time to do all that, and then to, you know, think about how to lay stuff out, because most of the time people don't have like a whole idea on stuff. And like the way that I build WordPress websites, I don't like to say I can do anything that I want, but I can basically do whatever I want. Like the way that I do it with a page builder and all this and other stuff, I won't go into the details, but the point is that if you want a website, we could probably make it happen. Like if you want something to happen on there, I could probably figure out a way to do it. And, you know, sometimes it costs money. And that's something I need to iterate, you know, or communicate to clients. But most of the time, like I've figured out how to do a lot of stuff for free. Money normally just makes things easier and, you know, more efficient. But the point there is that, you know, I just want to do bigger projects with people that like understand the value of a website and don't just want like a little tiny thing or whatever. Not that I have a problem with that, but I just think that that's not for me, because I think of websites as much more than just some information. I think of them as a whole epicenter of a brand. If you've ever looked at any of the websites that I've created in the past, probably Fueled by Progress is the best example of it. The performance isn't something that I've taken a great performance on this website is probably a little slow. Some people might not even realize it, but that's not something that I've prioritized just yet, because we're still in the kind of the growth phase of this, which I'll actually talk about a little bit more because we're taking more steps with this. But this is like automation station. These are literally from the Instagram. They automatically populate on there. I need to make videos of each website that I make and just say exactly how I built everything, because I know people will be ecstatic about hearing some of that, especially a lot of people that are like in the space. But just big things are automation, efficiency, you know, almost set it and forget it type stuff. But those are the big things. I mean, it's just a powerhouse. There's a lot of things going on. You know, there's different custom forms and things like that to for job offerings, the you know, all sorts of shit. You know, we got our FBP ambassadors, which I'm trying to do a lot more with. You know, we're getting there with all that. So there's a lot of stuff. Is the point? It's not just like you know, you have like a whole help center here. You know, it's not small. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a whole my account thing, you know, logging in and all that, you know. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make here is that this is not a small website, and every website that I make, I want it to be the epicenter of a brand, because I think that's how it should be. And those are the clients that I want to work with. So that's kind of my point. I'll try to not talk about that too much more, because it is a big move forward, a big like milestone as far as thinking about how I'm going to do stuff. But, you know, ultimately I just need to do it, really, I think is what it comes down to it. So, and we have a few more projects that we're trying to finish up here, a few more clients taken care of and get them all squared away. And then as we find new people, that's the mindset that we're going to have. I'll talk about FindIT Tech probably a little bit more, because I did watch a little bit of a podcast here and stuff like that, but we'll come back to it. So had a client cancellation, though. That was also a FindIT Tech thing. So that's just a pain in the ass. I mean, it just happens. Totally understand it, but just had a client say that they're not going to do the thing that they're going to do anymore. They're not going to have the brand that they started. So they're like, hey, can we just like hide the website, basically? I'm like, obviously, sure, no problem. But it's like that is, you know, now wasn't a lot of recurring revenue, but that's recurring revenue, you know, gone. So the point is that commitment, really. I'm 100% committed to the things that I do. I want to work with people that are 100% committed to things they do. I'm not saying that things can never change. I'm not going to ever hold anybody hostage. That's bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I want people that are, I want to deal with people that are honestly established slightly. I don't really want to do first time websites for people, because I think a lot of times in that sense, they don't understand what they want, and I don't understand what they want because it's their brand, their vision, not mine. I can do my best to try to help them, but that's where the problems really happen. Is I see somebody with brand X, I don't know, could be a coffee shop or whatever, and I just think of a million ways that we can make this coffee shop website the dopest thing that I've ever seen. And because that's the way that I think about websites, and they don't think that normally. They just think maybe an about page, maybe the coffee that we serve, the items that we have, and that's it. So in that regard, I mean, I don't have any doubts for the future of me building websites. I definitely don't have any doubts for the future of like the websites that I built for myself or for anybody else. But I just think that I'm moving more and more towards understanding who my target audience is every day. And that's going to be people that are established and committed, I would say, for the most part. It's not to say I won't work with newbie people, but they got to understand that. And also they got to be willing to pay. Because like I said, ultimately, I just need to do a better job of getting paid for my time, I think, is really the big thing. So we did that, the client cancellation, did some client site work there, had a meeting with my buddy CT, who's also a web developer. We chatted about a lot of good stuff, and then started ManageWP that day, which is just it's like a platform just for like managing WordPress websites. I mean, here's just a glimpse of it. I'll probably make a video. I say that. I mean, there's probably videos out there, but it's ManageWP. So I'll probably make some videos about that, but it's just a cool place to kind of link all your sites together, and then you can just update things and do different stuff. You need something like that if you're going to do a lot of sites because it's a pain in the ass if you don't. So I actually set all that up today, but I started it way back when here. And then I went to a parish festival. Had some chicken tendies. That was nice. Saturday rolled around, worked at Ray's, showered, napped, watched National Treasure. That was a hell of a day. I don't know what I did there after that nap. Maybe I literally just did that, but I haven't done it in probably like a few days now. But back, maybe 2 weeks ago here where we're at, I was watching a few videos or a few movies like Motocrossed, National Treasure, Disney Plus, kind of cool. I don't watch like Disney shows, but I watch like apparently shit that's owned by Disney occasionally. A lot of good stuff there. Sunday, worked at Ray's, had an NBHL game, showered, filmed AM and the PM with Amanda, dropped off Amanda's car at a local shop, went to dinner with her, and then went to gym, and she had to stay over that night because I took her to work the next day, and I'm going to spoil that because like we picked up her car and like it didn't have anything wrong with it really, so that was kind of funny. I just fucking hate cars. Like I hate cars so much. Literally absurd. But yeah, so did all that, woke up Monday, did the finances. Every Monday we just take care of the personal finances, occasionally the bookkeeping. That's normally like every other week maybe. Don't have too many business transactions that are, I mean, we have business transactions obviously, but they're relatively the same. I kind of have rules set up in QuickBooks to kind of take care of most of it, and so I just need to kind of just go through and confirm stuff. Pretty standard. Took Amanda to work, got some Chick-fil-A breakfast. I remember that Chick-fil-A breakfast. I'm pissed off. You should follow me on Instagram because I post funny things on my story. But I went to Chick-fil-A, and they don't have bagels, which is annoying now. Just the muffins for the egg white grill, and then also the chocolate milk tasted like absolute ass. So that is sad, but not a great breakfast. But we had that. And then deposited some money, slept because we went to bed late and we had to wake up early to take Amanda to work. That was ridiculous. And then, I took a little mid-morning nap, and then had some networking talk with Jesse. So we kind of like continued to dissect that and why like weird shit's just happening with the Wi-Fi in this house. Picked up Amanda's car, cut the grass at my parents' apartment, dusted my desk because this fucking desk like just gets dusty, man. Like I hate dust. It doesn't like bother me. I'm not really like per se that allergic or anything like that, but it's just like annoying to see how it just forms literally within
was it dusty again? Like, I mean, it's crazy. But so yeah, fucking dusting. And then picked up Amanda from work, went to Olive Garden with her, went to the gym again. And then she left, and I went bowling. I went bowling. Went easy on the gym there. I was just doing like some leg stuff, like some leg stretches and stuff, like knees over toes guy stuff. And then I went to I bowled 7 games. I hadn't bowled in like years, and I bowled 7 games. I know my best game was a 202, and that was pretty impressive. So I did that because I was just really itching to get back out on the lanes, and that was fun. Then I went to the gym by myself. I was supposed to go with some buddies, but they ended up canceling. But I went by myself. That was good. And then came home, showered, and slept. And I was like, that bowling was really cheap because this bowling lane has it for like $179 a game on Mondays, so that was awesome. But I wanted to continue to do that, so I ended up going again. We'll get to that. But Tuesday, cleaned up my Google Drive thing because, again, too much shit going on. I don't like saying that, but like it kind of is sometimes. And I'm big on minimalism, and it's like easy to be minimal like in the physical world because you can see the shit and like you can see it taking up space and just like easily to not bring it in like to your environment. But like digitally, it's way harder, and especially with like the things that have happened recently. You used to be able to back up all your photos on Google Photos for free, and now you can't anymore really. So I was just kind of going through shit. There we go. I was kind of just going through the Google Drive because I have to do that because the actual hard drive on this computer too with these videos and stuff like that. I don't keep all the footage, but it is always close to being full. So I need to do that quite often. You'll see clean files and clean drive and stuff like that. So I did that. Worked on my MGS site, which I should probably talk about a little bit here. So I'll drop this in the thing here. It's coming along. I need more content. I need to be a little more thoughtful at some things. Like these courses are not fully done. I want to emphasize the consulting because I think that would be cool to do more of those projects. I did it. I helped somebody, a good friend of mine, set up an entire business. I just did it pro bono, but like I could absolutely fucking do that for people. Not do it for them, but like help them with it in a sense. And just, resources and stuff. I think the one big thing that I did was this ball hockey page here. And I like it. Looks great, I think. Kind of changed up the way the videos are. I went through all these and put like descriptions in all of the gear. So I just think that this is really cool. I don't know if anybody clicked through and like made purchases on Amazon, but I just really like this. This is a cool thing that I don't think really anybody else has. I made a little video about this on Instagram or whatever. You got to be an idiot if you like would think this is a bad idea. I mean, the point is there's many better ball hockey players than me. And not even that. Like there's the point that I was making in the video is that there's fucking NHL players. Like you can't find many NHL players that have their own website and things like that. So the point that I mean is that there's people out there that have a personal brand to be established. Like they have a name and stuff, and they don't have like a website or somewhere for people to find more information specifically about them, or find like, for instance, their gear that they use or something, or like something about them that, like, again, this is small, but if somebody came to this website, clicks on this view Amazon thing, they're going to go to this mouth guard, for instance, right? And even if they don't buy that mouth guard, if they buy something else on Amazon within like a period of time without clicking on like other links and shit like that, like other people's Amazon affiliate links, like I get paid for that. So this is a very small scale because I don't think many people came to this website. I actually had the analytics. I think it was like maybe 100 people when I put that out there. But the point is that if you had a lot of fucking people that were interested in you, which hopefully one day I will, things happen. Like that's how you make money. That's how you get attention, you get money. So that's one thing. I'm not in it solely for the money. I want to positively impact people. Like I want to tell people like why I use this shit and like why it's like hey, Mark, you play hockey. You've been playing hockey for a while. What kind of stick would you recommend, or whatever? Like that type of shit. But just in general, I just think this is fucking cool. So that's why I do that. Specifically this page, and I thought it would resonate with some people, and I think it did. I think some people kind of saw it and they were like, "Oh, that's cool. It's a good idea." Not saying everybody needs to have that. I'm just saying that it's definitely a good idea for those that are interested. So, and it could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about ball hockey, obviously. So, did that, worked on that, was working on just the content, continuing to always evolve that. Posted that video. I posted a video on my YouTube channel here. It was... Where's my channel? Also, I want to touch on this real quick, too. So, this is my channel here. I don't think you can see up at the top right here, but maybe if I go like that. So, like, you can maybe see it a little bit, but I'll read it. So, right now, I have 395 subscribers on YouTube, which I should, if I did more shit, I would be better. I would be better off, obviously, because a lot of those, I think, came from mainly the Nova video and stuff like that. But the bigger thing, too, is I have 3.7K hours watched in the last 12 months. If that number gets to 4,000 and then my subscribers get to 1,000, I get to be monetized. Like, I get to be in that category of YouTube, like for ad revenue and stuff. That's a huge accomplishment if I get there. We're going to get there. It's just going to take a matter of time. But that's the reason why I want to focus much more on content here very shortly as we round this third quarter and head into the last home stretch of 2021 here. That is a big deal for me because there's too much. I have too much to say. So this channel, FindIT Tech, Fueled by Progress, AM in the PM, like a lot of fucking shit going on. So that's what we're trying to do there. The reason that I came onto this website or came onto my channel here is because I put this video up, what to do if you feel stuck or lost. And I'll share it in this just so it's in here if anybody cares. But I thought it was a good video. It was me just driving in the car for like 15 minutes. I thought it was a pretty good thing. Obviously, it doesn't get like the views that it should here. But I posted it on other platforms too. Maybe some people saw that shit. But I don't know. I need to do a little bit better job of being concise, I think. But I think that the spirit of it was good natured, and the point, the thesis of it is that if you went to college, or you didn't go to college, or whatever, or you're in your 20s, if you're wondering what to do next, or you're wondering like, should you go back to school, or should you change your thing? Like, you got time, you have a lot of options, and you need to explore. You need to do the things that you love, because what the fuck is life if you're not trying to do some things that you love? It's a little more complex than that, obviously, but that's kind of the gist. Yeah, so that's what I got there. Then what else we do? We processed AM and the PM, played some basketball, cleaned the pool, went swimming, and played some hockey. So my days have been kind of like mixed between. I feel like I've been getting a decent amount of activity. I've been playing basketball, playing hockey, swimming occasionally, going to the gym. Not so much this week, but much more last week, and that's all been good. Weirdly, just on a side note though, like I've been like eating, I think, too much, which is weird because normally I know when I eat too much and I feel like trash, but my weight has been a little high recently. I don't really give too much of a shit about the scale, but like I'd use it as like a barometer, It's funny. I just use it as a measurement of where I'm at. And I've been like, normally I'm like low 180s, but like I've like actually been closer to mid upper 180s like the past week. And I don't know, I just need to like not stop eating by any means, but like just like calm down. I think today was a good day. I just like to eat big meals. And then when I eat one big meal in the middle of the day, I cannot eat again, or I will definitely be over it's just math, right? At the end of the day, most of the time, barring like water weight, things like that. it's just calories. So it's like if you burn 2,000 a day and you eat 2,000 and you're even. And I just think that even with some of the activity and stuff, it's just been a little bit more. I've just been eating a little bit more. So just like to keep an eye on that. I'm by no means like a strict scale watcher. It's always important to kind of just, I think, feel it out and just understand and know your body a little bit. But then we cruised on into Wednesday here. We spent like most of the day like making Chimera and Grapevine notes. We're making 2 websites. They're gonna be awesome. We're still working on them for the boys out at Chimera, and just went through and like just kind of seeing what we needed to do to wrap those up, to get them to a good spot, because we've been working on them here for a little bit. And like I said, they're gonna be good. They're solid pieces. I'm happy I got the chance to do those. So just took a lot of notes on those, kind of working through that, and then cleaned cameras and bricks. Yes. I don't know what I mean by, just like I went and like cleaned off like spider webs from security cameras. Yeah, because that's a pain in the ass, fucking spiders. Which is funny too, because like, how do you like prevent against that? I don't know. I think about that all the time. Like when I think about a house that I would build, and just like we were talking about earlier, like networking and stuff like that. Just like stupid shit, like keeping your cameras clean. I don't know. Had some mows. That was awesome. Hung out with Amanda. My buddy CT Cope is actually coming to Pittsburgh. He booked a trip here in August. We're gonna see a Power game, get some Mexican food and stuff like that. So I was working on an itinerary with him. Excited about that. I want to touch on that for a quick second too, not specifically about CT, but just in general the stuff that I have been doing. It's pretty awesome that I'm very happy and very, I would say fortunate that I have the opportunity here. I say fortunate because like I feel like everybody says like should say fortunate, or like feels like they should say fortunate, but I created it too. So I'm humble, but I'm also like responsible for this. You don't just get gifted opportunities a lot of the time. Normally you have to work for them, or normally you put yourself in a position that makes it more likely that you would get an opportunity. And what I'm talking about specifically is like getting the opportunity to create connections and relationships with people that are not just like in your neighborhood, for instance. And what I've been able to do, with some amount of luck and, fortunateness, I guess, or whatever, is do that. So, CT, had never met him in person before, but we're going to chill. We're going to go to the Power game, stuff like that. And there's a lot of people that I'm DMing on, that I DM on Twitter, Instagram, conversations, and you meet. It's a day and age where you can meet people over, based on experiences that you've had, jobs that you've had, businesses that you've created, hobbies that you have, whatever, and everybody's just people at the end of the day. So a good person could be in England, and you just chat with them about website design or this, that, and the other thing, and it's awesome. So the point that I'm making is I'm meeting friends, I'm making friends all over the world, and hopefully one day I'll have the chance to kind of travel a little bit too. I'm not crazy on the travel thing, but I'm ecstatic that we're able to make those types of connections with people that are not just in the city of Pittsburgh, but also beyond. And that's just because we're putting ourselves out there. We're putting the things that we like to do out there, things that we're passionate about. And I think that is definitely something good for everybody to do that wants to do it. Some people obviously wouldn't, but I'm happy that I've done it. It's definitely made, hey, Mike, it's Mark, but hey, how you doing? But yeah, so just, to wrap up that point, it's just, it's awesome to see, people, and, from all over the globe and stuff like that, kind of, sharing different things that you're doing. So happy about that. Then we watched National Treasure, Book of Secrets, because we watched the other National Treasure. The first one's better. I'm going to say the first one's better. I'm a sucker for Nick Cage movies. Then what we got? So Thursday, we... all good, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by, Emmanuel. But Thursday, we posted that vid on other platforms. So that was the one link there. It was just the stuck one. Scheduled to AM and the PM. We were at Chimera that day, so we're out there working with the boys on the sites, Grapevine, Chimera site, stuff like that. You'll see that at some point in the near future. Promoted to AM and the PM. Did more MJS site work, so just like content on markjosemancy.com. Played some hockey, showered, shaved, cut nails, the whole nine. What are we doing Friday there? Worked at Ray's, did some client work, played Wii Sports. That's funny. I enjoy all your videos and you're a source of inspiration to me. I'm learning a lot. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. I do my best. I think that there's a lot of people out there that are just trying to navigate life and navigate business or whatever, and I enjoy when I get other people's perspectives, so I'm happy that I can do that for you. Thank you so much for letting me know. And what else did we do on Friday here? Played some Wii Sports. I got a Wii in the basement, and we haven't played that in a long time. For some reason, I wanted to play Wii Sports and shit, so I went down there and did that. It's also, side note, it's interesting when you go back and you play older games that you haven't played in a while, like when you were a kid, and you're normally you have the idea of, wow, this is way easier, or how did I play this when I was a kid? So I've just been playing a little bit of Wii here and there last few days. We had a new house tour of Amanda's family got a new house, so excited for that. Did a little bit of just kind of cruising there and thinking about different things. It's interesting when you start getting in the mindset of growing up, right? Moving out of your parents' house, renting or buying or whatever, and you start seeing different things. And I've thought about it for a little bit, the stuff that I want to have in a house at some point. But it's nice to see other people buying things, seeing what money can buy, seeing what options kind of are out there and stuff like that. That's an interesting experience. So did that. I got to check that out. Had dinner with Amanda, went to the gym with Amanda, showered. That's the day. Saturday, worked at Ray's, went to Sam's Club to pick up some cupcakes, and then went to Chipotle to pick up Chipotle, and Sarah had a party with friends here and stuff like that. So we had catered Chipotle. If you ever have I'm going to zoom in. If you ever have the opportunity to get catered Chipotle, if you like Chipotle, you should absolutely do it, because you'll be eating like a king for several days. It's a lot of food. It's awesome. It's just great. I would highly recommend catered Chipotle. It's a little expensive. I mean, I didn't pay for it, but it's a little expensive. And it was solid. So that's a good party food. Played some wiffle ball. Lost. Sad. But still a good time. And then the only real productive thing that I did that day, which was interesting though, is so for FBP, which I'll drop the link in here. For FBP, we have the ambassador program, which I've been admittedly slacking on finishing the contract for. But for the FBP ambassador program, there's the whole thing. You can apply and become an FBP ambassador, you get the perks and all that sort of stuff. But I want to do it so once I have this contract completed, there is the information in here. Please, why am I getting 1040? Is it my internet from here? I don't know. Let's take a look. I'll look at it over here on my side of things. It might. I don't know if you can change the settings. Let me look at it on my phone. It says I'm getting 720 on my phone, so maybe it's the internet. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad over here. I try to do it as high as I can just for people that have the opportunity to do it. I'm no master at this though, so yeah, maybe just finagle with the settings there. But the one thing that I did productive here on this one day here was I got DocuSign for FBP, so when I'm sending out the ambassador contracts, it can just be real simple. So they have this thing where if you sign up, you have an account, and then you go through the trial, and then you have normally they'll send you some sort of like a coupon code, and you can get like 10 or some percent off like annually. So I got that, so that's nice. So I signed up for that, and I actually have to do the work to make sure that I actually use the damn thing. But we're getting there. And then Sunday actually went over to Amanda's parents' new house. Did a couple things, screen door installation, some shelving, stuff like that. I am by no means a handyman. I just helped. I'm the assistant, but did that. That's interesting. I mean, it's interesting to own a home, to do all those types of things, and just get some experience with that. Then we had Amanda and I had some dinner, and I played an NBHL game. I'm pretty sure that was this past Sunday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my first NBHL goal, so that's exciting. Number 1 goal, nice. Only came like 7 games in. It's ridiculous, but scored, so that's cool. And then Monday, did the finances, did bookkeeping for the businesses, worked on one of our client sites, and then worked on the MGS site. So again, trying to just clean up the client sites that we have in the pipeline here that we're working on, get those to the finish line, and then continue to work on our path moving forward. Went bowling again on Monday. I bowled 6 games. My highest game was a fucking 238. I had 6 strikes in a row off the bat, and then I fucked up and I didn't get a clean game. But I had 238 that game, and all the other games sucked ass. It was the weirdest thing ever. I tried to like actually focus on how like good throws and how and hitting strikes, but and I've even been watching like some bowling videos for mechanic purposes and stuff. And it was just the weirdest thing. Those 6 strikes did not feel consistent at all. And then I tried to be consistent, and I just shit the bed on like all the rest. So, but that was interesting. I actually have that game filmed too, because I had a tripod. I had my little tiny tripod on my phone. So that's kind of interesting. I should put that somewhere. But yeah, bowling on Mondays from now on, maybe every other Monday, because I was just aggravated after I left there because I got one good game and the rest were so fucking bad. But yeah, what's up, Manuel? Ask me anything. Maybe I'll answer it. I don't know. Depends on if I know the answer. Then I had some dinner with my family, or was that Bravo? And then I played some hockey. Just been eating too much, that's for sure. But yeah. And then Tuesday rolled around here. And had some emails that I need to take care of. Had a website consultation because I put out some information about that hockey page that I made and stuff, and somebody was interested in not like getting a website per se for me. I mean, like maybe that would have been an option, but like again, I don't know if they fit the mold. So I kind of just like consulted them on it, which I think was better. I do like consulting and teaching, like I said, more. Unless it's a project that like I can go all out on, because again, it's just my fault. Like I'm not good at doing small work like that unless it's very well defined, because something's going to happen and I'm going to be spending way too much fucking time on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Then played some basketball, went in the pool a little bit, had another dinner with family. That was Mike and Tony's. Just had like a wrap and fries, and then played some more hockey, and then did Ray's daily special calendar thing there. And then what's today? Today's Thursday. So yesterday, Wednesday, cleaned my mouthpiece. That's important to do for hockey. That's gross. And then did some more client work. Listened to this web design podcast. I'm gonna talk about this here. So this is a website. I will drop this place. I don't know these people. CT sent me a podcast with this one of the co-founders of this this web design company. They were on and they were talking about stuff. And I probably need to go back and listen to some of it because I didn't probably get all of it. But they were talking about mainly like selling hosting for websites. So you build a website and you charge somebody some money. So let's say it's like $5,000 or whatever. You charge them $5,000 for you to build the website, but like that's not it. Like you just built the website, you did all the stuff, but now they have to pay to like something has to happen. They have to manage their website and have like hosting, right? All hosting is like a server that your website sits on. Like the data is stored on there, and that's like how your fucking website operates, right? Like when somebody accesses your website, it accesses that server, it serves them the pages and stuff like that, and all the information and content on the website. So, WordPress. Please, I know a little bit. I know bits of WordPress and website development, novice, but I do not know where to get a certified website development course online. Any suggestions? Okay, so I'm going to give you the best answer that I have. A certified website development course online. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is I am in no way, shape, or form certified to do what I'm doing. Now, I don't know if you're trying to do what I'm doing. I don't know if you're trying to like, make a business of website stuff. I am not certified in any way. Like I went to the University of Pittsburgh. I graduated with a degree in information sciences, which maybe that gives me a little bit. They literally didn't teach me anything other than like HTML and CSS, Bootstrap, stuff like that. Like there's nothing crazy there. I'm not a software designer. I'm not a software developer. Like none of that. I didn't know what WordPress was until 3 years ago. So I will say that in my biased, perhaps, opinion, certification stuff, unless it's certain things, is kind of bullshit. That's definitely not all cases, because there are a lot of things. There's a lot of IT stuff that like requires certifications, I guess, and stuff like that. But it depends on really what you're looking for and what you ultimately want to do. If I were you, truthfully, if I were you, let me try to give you actually a really good takeaway here. If I were you and your goal was to start a little website side business or whatever, for instance, like let's just say that, start a website side hustle, build websites for other people and make some amount of money. If that's like your baseline goal, right? And you could always iterate on that. What I would do is, knowing what I know currently and kind of what I did to an extent, is I'm going to drop this link in this chat and I'm going to show you what I mean. I have a page on my website called My Influences. The premise of this page is right here. Over the years, a lot of people have shaped me into the person that I am. I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for these people in these different categories. So I put this here literally to show, like, this is basically like my YouTube subscriptions in a sense. It's like these people. So that was crypto, entrepreneurship, right? And I need to, this page is not done, so forgive me. But this is the section that I want to show you. So if I were you right now, knowing what I know, and if I wanted to redo what I've kind of gotten to at this point, the main influences, truthfully, and the main ways that I've gotten to understanding how to build these websites and just be a web developer in a sense, like a WordPress web developer, is I've literally just watched YouTube videos and I've tried shit and I've experimented and I've researched stuff. And so these are the big four that I've watched in the past. I don't watch every single video anymore, but A Nerd's World is great. Daryl Wilson, WP Crafter, and WP Toots. And I have their information here. Mainly, again, the YouTube is like the big one. But you can just click on that link, go to my website. You can drop down to this section, and then you can just literally click out to their things. Like, these people don't even know I do this shit. This is... I don't have a huge following, obviously, at this point, but this is fucking sick. Like, I wish more people would do this type of stuff. So the point is, this is just, trying to spread that information, spread that knowledge, because at some point I might be like WP Toots or WP Crafter in a sense of sharing some information, but for the time being, their stuff is great. I'm sending people, to those places because, again, I owe them a lot, I think. Because here's the thing. Let me go back to the other point. Your original question there is, where can you get a certified website development course? Well, I would argue that your certification for, being able to build websites is this page on the website that you make for your company or for your side hustle, and it's our work page. Like, if you tell somebody that you're a website developer, they're probably not going to ask you, oh, you have a certification? Like, I'm not even sure what that, honestly, like that's not, I don't even know if that's a real thing. Like, there's definitely WordPress development courses, 100%. Do I know of any specifically? Not really. I think a Nerd's World, I think he has, I don't know if he has a website one, or I know he has an SEO one. But maybe even one of these guys here have a WordPress course. It's just not something I ever even thought of doing, because I get it, but I'm telling you that there's a huge likelihood that you could just go to one of their channels here and you could see, like, they probably even have a goddamn playlist that says, like, beginner's guide to WordPress. Like WordPress plugin reviews, theme reviews, like, I don't know. I mean, if you want an all-in-one thing, then maybe, but like, look at this. Like, there's literally a playlist right here. It says how to make a website on WP Crafter's site. So I'm gonna try not to play this here, but there's like how to make a beautiful website. Like, some of this is kind of bullshit because like he just makes like long videos about like the entire process. But the point is that if you take enough stuff from different like creators and different perspectives on how to do something, like, you're gonna make your own thing. It's gonna be great. My goal is to make use of all my IT skills, side hustle. I do IT stuff for free, but friends, family want me to move on IT full time. I mean, IT is a great field. Obviously, there's a huge market for that. I would say ultimately all comes down to what you really want to do. And IT is very, very broad. Like, you can either make it yourself. You could make websites. You could do networking stuff. I'm not sure exactly what your niche is, but everybody's going to need technology people, always, and whatever it is, because that's obviously the way of the world. And there's a lot of people that just don't care to know or care to learn about that stuff. So if that's something you're passionate about, then you're not going to have any trouble. I would say that, again, your biggest thing, and you don't have to know this right now, but your biggest thing is just try to make sure that you know your specific goal. Like, that's a good goal, but I would say that's pretty vague right now. So, like, my next question would be, specifically in IT, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to build websites, or do you, because that's being a website developer is like different than like being a help desk person, or being somebody that like comes in and like helps people with phones. Here, I'll give you another example. So this is a buddy of mine. I'll plug his stuff here. So it's another website that like I'm associated with. So my buddy Jesse has a business called Tech Neighbor, and basically, like, they have like, he's trying to do like programming classes, technology support, online safety education, things like that. So you could do something like this, but like this company doesn't build websites. So the first thing that I would say is, even if it's a side hustle, even if it's not like a straight up like business, you're not like, you don't have an entity LLC, you don't have any of that. First thing that I would say is write down on a piece of paper, type up whatever your service offering. Like, what are you offering? If you're going to try to make money from something, try to like say, okay, we build websites, they give us money, or we fix cell phones and they give us money, or we educate people that don't know how to use technology on how to use technology and they pay us, or we offer online safety education, this, that, like whatever it is, right? So that is what I would say as like a very intro, like easy, straightforward, like business plan type thing. Just, it's that simple when you really boil it down. I am going to offer X. You are going to give me this much money for X. So that's where I would say go next. And to just wrap the website development course thing up, again, if that's something you're looking for, I'm telling you, man, you could probably type in WordPress web development course and see some examples, but I don't know any. I don't tend to. I don't ever claim to know anybody's like financial situation and stuff. But I'm telling you, if you're gonna try to start like a business and things like that, and you're working in this, that, and the other thing, like it might be just better for you to just dive into some like basic YouTube videos to get started at least. Because here's the other thing: if you are a type person that understands technology, like just generally, it kind of comes to you, you like it. WordPress is not that. WordPress and a lot of other things like are not that like crazy complicated. Like if you want to do like more intense stuff, then maybe it gets more complicated, but it just compounds on itself. So I think that all I'm saying is like, that's my personal thing. I don't normally like to spend $500 on a course and just get it all wrapped up. Like I'd rather just go on YouTube and try to cherry pick the things that I really need. And then just as I'm going, I learn more stuff, because I'm probably not going to sit through a whole course anyway. So I'm probably not going to like I'm probably not going to go through every bit of information. That's why I actually have courses on my website that are not really fully complete yet. I don't have like I don't have a WordPress one, or I tell you to check that one out, because I don't really like want to give this. I don't really want to charge for this shit, and I don't really want it to be like hard to navigate. Like let me just give you an example to try to wrap up this point. Like this is a personal finance one that I'm kind of working on. Again, the content isn't all there, but I want it to be where like here's the course. This is how I would like to build a course. Okay, here's the course. Here are like the phases, and here's all the information. Like here's all the different steps. Right? What I would recommend in the order that I would recommend. Right? I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but you get the point. This is what I've done. So what I'm saying is like the cool thing about this, in my opinion, when you lay something out like this, whether it's WordPress or whether it's finance or whether it's, whatever, starting a podcast, if you put it in an order like this and you show everybody all this, then they could be like, oh, I already have a checking account. I can skip that step. Oh, I already have a high yield savings account. I can skip that step. And they can kind of pick and cherry pick the things that they want. And it'll just make a lot more sense to them, where instead of like one whole big thing, what step is AMC to the moon? I don't know what the price of AMC is. 38. Yikes. What happened? Yeah, I don't play with fake money. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, scam. Crypto's coming back, dude. Crypto's going back up. I'm almost even. Oh fuck. But I hope that answers the question, Manuel. I mean, if you have more specific ones, definitely hit me up. But I don't know. I mean, as far I can't give you a specific course like recommendation, because I haven't seen any specifically per se, and that's just not something that that's not the way that I would go about it, because I'm just a huge proponent of free information, and I can't. All you're paying for in a course, in my opinion, is like the packaging, because I guarantee you could get all that same information if you just looked for it on YouTube. I mean, there's a value there. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying that it's a different type of way of learning. So that's an idea. Okay. So did some client work, listened to that podcast, and I was kind of like mentioning that too. So like this place has really nice layout here, not just the design, but like the logistics, technical, kind of piece of this. I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna do it over on FindIT Tech, because right now I just kind of have this, and this is not working out, and I need to really think about. I just put this here kind of as a placeholder type thing. I need to be firm on this, and I need to really think about it, because all the stuff that they talked about in this podcast episode that I saw was really good stuff. They have a lot more experience than I do. They make a lot more money, I'm sure of it, and I want to do this same exact type of thing, because I believe in myself when I have a process to follow, and when I have like not like a script, but like something that I can really like kind of go off of and show. And this, coupled with that ManageWP that I was talking about earlier, is going to make the setup for FindIT Tech pretty fucking sick, and just make it more streamlined, more efficient. I'm very excited about it. So just putting these types of things in here, these pieces of information, and then having people say, okay, you're going to get all this for $49, or you're going to get all this for $99, or, whatever. So those are just things that I'm kind of thinking about, got to implement here. Yeah. So then I got approved actually for the BlockFi credit card, which is interesting. It is not a great credit card. I'm not gonna lie. I looked it up. And Amex Platinum. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. So this is not tremendous, I'm gonna say. The reason it's not tremendous is it gives you 1.5 back in Bitcoin, but I heard some like arguments against how like that's not really that great, because obviously it's just 1.5 as opposed to like 2.5 in the Citi card. It's another card to have. It's one of the first that offer this type of thing. I'm not mad about it, but it's another credit card. They give me 12 grand credit limit, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know. I've been waiting for it for a while. I was on the wait list, and it was like 300,000 people, and I was like 100,000, and then they just hit me up and like, hey, yeah, you can do it. So I'm gonna do it. And the problem is like, yeah, mathematically, there's no reason for me to use this because I have a card that gives me 2% back, but it's in, basically Camel Cash USD. So I don't know, but I got it though. It's in the mail. It's coming. So that's interesting. Had a call with my buddy Bennett, which I want to plug him on here. So he's a Northwestern mutual agent. Dude knows his stuff. Was talking to me about a lot of different things, defensive planning. I'm a porch pirate. Haha. Don't do that, please. But talking to my man Bennett, Northwestern Mutual, talking about like life insurance, defensive planning, stuff like that. A lot of interesting information. If you have a need for that, definitely hit him up. I can get you his information. But I need to shout him out on LinkedIn, Instagram, and stuff like that, because I don't know. I appreciated the conversation. I appreciate when people are honest, transparent, and like straight up about a lot of things, and kind of like show the numbers and aren't like, kind of sneaky salesmen. And he's definitely not that. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of voice that. But I'm excited because just moving into the future, like I like understanding things more, because there's a lot of stupid shit out there that people like just don't really understand. Like understanding the way that the mechanics of something is, simple, as like people know, insurance, but like people don't understand the mechanics of that sort of stuff. So I enjoyed getting to understand that. And then, okay, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. So I ordered, and I want to show this. I'm going to document it here. I should document it in other places, but I'm going to show exactly what I did here. So we have this line here, samples came in. So over here on Fuel by Progress, right? As a quick backstory, we have some apparel. Now, all this apparel doesn't exist currently. It's called print on demand. So if you ordered something, it would be printed and it'd be shipped to you. Like this shirt right here, for instance, I have right here. It's Fueled by Progress. It's a quality shirt. I like it. It's been good. But here's the thing is like these shirts are like just like 100% cotton. They are just like you would get at a store, like a regular store. They're not like performance shirts. They're not something like you could obviously work out in them and stuff, but like they're not that higher quality that we're looking for. So what we are trying to do here is do it like the big boys do it, in a sense, And what I did was we went and actually let me try this one. Just a little bit more. So what we did was I went to you're not gonna be able to see it. I'll bring it back in. We literally went to Alibaba. Okay, actually fuck it. Let's do it right now. So we went to Alibaba. I'm gonna show you the exact one. So this is actually interesting. So if you type in like men's performance shirt, you'll get like a ton of shit. What I did was I knew kind of what I wanted. I wanted like a 95 cotton 5 spandex or elastane, because that gives you like the stretchy feel, like the gym shirt kind of thing. This person right here, this guy, is actually Christian Guzman, owner of Alphalete Athletics. And you'll see this a lot, like in these Chinese, like on Alibaba, like these Asian suppliers. They'll like use the photos from other big brands. He's literally the owner, so like these were probably on the website at some point. They were probably just like got rid of the actual brand on the shirt. I'm not trying to make like Alphalete knockoff shirts. It's going to be fueled by progress. But what I needed to understand was I needed to understand what I'm looking for and the quality that I'm looking for. So I bought 6 of these shirts, for like $6.80. It came out to like $71, all together with this $30 shipping fee, which I didn't think was too terrible. But again, these were just kind of samples because what my plan was, they're just blank. So I'm wearing one right now. Like this is literally the same shirt that he's wearing. Obviously my biceps are not as big because this thing doesn't taper as well. But I think it's pretty good. So like I said, if you're looking to start a clothing brand, go on here. Here's a half of a review for you. Go on to like Alibaba and just like try to find some shit that looks good. But this shirt is I would call higher quality and a much better like feel and fit than the ones you get off of like a print on demand. Not bad, just a different thing. Different in style, different in the weight of it, different in like stretchiness. There's a lot of things that I do like about this, some things that I don't. I kind of feel like I was modeling this off of like Everforward, which is another apparel company that I've kind of thought that I've worn in the past. Max Tuning is the owner of that. And I was just trying to like see what they had and try to start there. And then we could obviously evolve from there. And this is a close start. So I have like a black, red, and a few other colors here. Sorry for all the squeakiness. But I have all that. So I'm excited because now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take these to my boys at Chimera and Grapevine, and hopefully we can get some like stuff put on them. So like, some Fueled by Progress, branding, logos, stuff like that. And just design some shit. And I think that'll be awesome. So, but that's the thing is I wanted to show, I think it's important to show how this works. Not like on the main channel, like not like on Fueled by Progress. I'm not going to like throw up on Fueled by Progress where like, we got the shirts and stuff like that. Ultimately, I don't give a shit because, anybody's free to just go and do business with, Zhangzhou Hendong Sports Gar, whatever. But nobody says this shit. Like nobody says how to actually start a clothing brand. And I don't understand why. Like, why wouldn't you want to like tell people how to do the thing that you're doing? Like if you were a clothing, brand owner. So that's literally what we're doing. Like the stuff on the site right now, printful. The stuff that we're trying to get to and we're trying to make much more custom, much more high quality. Alibaba, literally ordered from China. And then either they can design the shirt for you, they can put stuff on it for you, if you tell them, or if you have like a printer or a manufacturer in the locally. That's how that works. So yeah, I'm excited about these. These are way like I said, way higher quality. Just feel a lot better and are awesome. So I'm very excited about this. And more to come on that. So Working on it. Got the samples in. Played some Mario Super Sluggers, and then had a call with CT about just some client stuff that he has going on. Always trying to collaborate on stuff. And then had dinner with Amanda, filmed AM and the PM, and then we got some ice cream. And then today I relisted some Facebook items for sale. So I got a piano, like a little keyboard thing for sale, and a few other things on my Facebook Marketplace account. And then processed AM and the PM and set up ManageWP, played some basketball, played some Wii, and here we are on the live. So it's been a good day. It's been a good time here so far. Yeah, I don't have too much else to report. I am getting a little sleepy. But yeah, I think kind of just as a 24-hour stream. Yeah, let's fucking do it. What are we at, like an hour and a half? Yeah. Hour 12. Yeah, let's go 23 more. Just like in general, though, to kind of like wrap up and culminate of the things that I was talking about, things that I was doing. I don't think you can hear the music right now, can you? Which is weird. I don't give a shit. If you can't, sorry. I don't think the source is on there, but I don't know. But anyway, just kind of like to wrap up, the things that I'm trying to do, that I'm trying to work on, are wide. It's a wide array of shit. We're trying to build the clothing brand. We're trying to do websites. We want to make a lot more content here. It's all coming together slowly but surely. Amanda and I have personal goal of getting out of our parents' house here. That's a big one coming up. Got a lot of interesting opportunities there with that, so we're excited to explore that. Yeah, and then just playing hockey. But other than that, that's kind of where we're at. Excited about it. Happy to keep moving forward. And just need to start seeing some, we slowly but surely need to start prioritizing revenue, and this stuff. I've been saying that, and it's not like I haven't done that like every day. I haven't moved more towards that. But I really do actually have a plan in action now. And the plan has to fucking include everything. So it's honestly, get the current clients done in FindIT Tech, move towards the new strategy in vetting clients, making sure that they're worth and priced appropriately and everything like that. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. They use somebody else. That's kind of the move there. Once we get to that point, we go heavy on move to Ohio. I don't know about that. Maybe one day. If I was gonna move out of the state, probably be like Florida or Texas, nice and warm. But maybe, fingers crossed, someday. I don't know. Come to Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming. Thanks, guys. Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. Anytime. But yeah, I mean, after we get the kind of website stuff kind of taken care of, everything like that, I really want to dive into content. I mean, I could do a 24-hour stream. Like I could talk, no doubt, for 24 hours. I want to make sure that we start prioritizing content, making content on MJS website, making content on FindIT Tech. If I just went whole hog on content and didn't worry about making websites, that's the thing, is if we just have some recurring revenue and stuff like that, I could do that, and I could go over and I could make more content and things like that. And I do think that's the route. And then we could also work on FBP and the podcast, and not only the podcast but the apparel and stuff. I'm excited about it. I know that it's going to work out. It just takes time, and we're making slowly but surely progress every single day. So yeah, And I'm going to keep doing these because I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I appreciate everything that comes with this, the questions, comments, anything like that, encouragement. And I like documenting shit because one day, hopefully, we'll be able to look back and see where we're at. And it'll be cool. So I am sleepy, though. Only I can prevent forest fires. You too, Kimura. We could do that together. But I'm excited. I'm excited specifically about this shirt. We're going to put some shit on here. I don't know what yet. Some FBP or something. Also, random thing. We need to get an FBP logo. So if anybody has an idea of what that should be, it's got to be either like, I'm heavily leaning towards some variation of an arrow for like progress, but I don't know. I don't like just having FBP. Like I really don't like that. Maybe a pictorial representation of FBP, but just like the FBP, it's not really working for me. Because I feel like it's not a thing. I will let you guys in on a little secret. I'm going to document it here so maybe it comes to fruition. There's a few things. I'm looking at it right here. What my goal for FBP is find some sort of logo. We need our quote unquote Nike swoosh. We don't need a swoosh. We need a logo like that for FBP, so we can use it in our arsenal. That's one thing that we need. But what I want is these types of shirts to the baseline of what I want. If nothing else, this is what I want. I want these types of shirts. So this cotton spandex, cotton elastane thing, whether it's these ones or a different one, whatever, but this type, for like, gym and just like, honestly, this isn't even like gym attire. It is gym attire, but it's more like just it's a fucking nice shirt in my opinion. It's a quality shirt. You could wear it wherever, but like that, these types of shirts with different design. I mean, the designs could be whatever. It could be FBP across, whatever, but like something like this as like, a performance or whatever. Then, I really want, I just thought of this. I wear these Nike shirts sometimes. They're like the real thin shit. They're like polyester, and they're comfortable. And I want, Sleepy too, but we'll be up at 6 a.m. for work. Please let me know how you want the logo be, and I can send you a logo. It is. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I need to do something too. Like I need to like get it out there. I had a guy, great guy, do some wallpapers for FBP on Upwork, and yeah, I need to get like a bunch of logo ideas. There's actually some sites I think that you can get like crowdsourced the ideas and then pay for like whatever. I don't know, just need a bunch of shit. But point being though, and with that logo, is like these running tees that like Nike has, for instance. I don't remember what they're called. They might be Legend tees, but I'm not sure. They're not like this. They're not like spandex. They're polyester. So they're almost like a mesh, but they're not a mesh. They are just thin, and they are comfortable. They don't like chafe your fucking nipples or anything like that. Like they're comfy shirts. Kind of like it's the dry fit material. I don't know. Maybe I should look up dry fit, but like basically a dry fit shirt, but it's not tight. It's a loose-ish fitting shirt. And then all it has is just like right up here in the, like above the chest, it just has like the Nike swoosh, right? So if we could get a FBP logo, literally just those types of shirts, you get these performance ones, and then you have those what I call running ones, and you have just like a logo there, like just something real minimal, that would be fucking sick. So those two types of shirts, and then I definitely want some shorts because I'm literally running out of shorts, and I have so many ideas for like good quality athletic shorts. So if I can find like a good pair that are already like a model basically that's already made on Alibaba, and then we could maybe kind of modify those in a way, that would be cool. So two shirts, shorts, and then a hoodie, and then some joggers. That is the baseline that I want for this brand of stuff that is higher quality, that is more custom. Just those 5 pieces I think would be awesome. And then Amanda, obviously,
as she gets more involved with this. We could do some cool girl stuff for women. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's where we're at. So, point of it all is moving and grooving. And as we continue to kick the rest of this stuff up, it's going to be sick. So, that's all I got. Thank you all for sticking around and chatting with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you watched it on the rerun, thank you as well. But I'm going to go to sleep now because I'm tired as fuck. But this has been good. Another big couple weeks, and let's keep on going. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll